Hi everybody, thank you for joining me today. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give us a like and share. So today guys, we're going to show you how to replace the humidity sensor on the Ri1000. Now the first thing we got to do is we got to shift this carriage over towards center of the printer. To do that, we're going to go to our maintenance menu. So we're going to go on our screen here, we're going to go to our maintenance menu, go to regular maintenance, so that way the carriage can shift over towards the center. Once it's there, we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn the unit off. We're also going to unplug it from the front. Now guys, before you get started, please make sure you call Ricoh Tech Support to get some guidance on how to get this replaced, and in case you need to order parts so that way you don't void your warranties. Alright guys, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so on our display panel, we're going to go ahead, again, we're going to go to our service menu, or maintenance menu. We're going to go to manual head cleaning. So like that one, we're going to press yes. That's going to shift your carriage over towards center of the printer, okay? So once it's towards the center, we're going to go ahead and turn it off. To turn it off, we're going to hold the power button down for about 4 to 5 seconds. We're going to get a prompt to shut down. We're going to tap on that 2 times. We're going to wait for the screen to go dark and also this light to stop flashing before we go to the back of the machine and turn it off from the back or remove the power cord. Okay, so with my unit currently off, I'm going to go ahead and remove the maintenance station. To do that, I'm going to go ahead and remove this cable right here. I'm going to hold those cables nice and tight, and I'm going to pull this connector towards the back of the machine. To remove that connector, we'll have one more right here that's being held in place by this little wire clamp. I'm going to go ahead and release that clamp. Okay, once that's released, I'm going to go ahead and hold this connector from right here. And then I'm going to grab the cables from the other end and I'm going to pull this apart, just like so. Okay, next we're going to remove the waste connection, which are here, the waste tube. That's going to be a quick release, kind of like an air compressor. So let me go ahead and zoom in on that one for you guys. Alright, so you guys can see we have a connection right here. That's going to be a connection, kind of like an air compressor with a quick release valve. So we're going to push this towards the back and then we're going to pull this tube forward. And that's how we disconnect that one. So that's going to be out of there. Next, we're going to remove 2 screws from the maintenance station, which are going to be one up here and one here. And then we're going to carefully pull this out of the machine. So I already got 1 screw out here. So I'm going to go ahead and take out my other screw, which is right here. Now, when we put this back in, guys, you don't want to over torque it. Once you feel that it's a little tight, a quarter turn more, and that should give us enough torque to hold this in place. I'm going to go ahead and just bring this outward. Now once you get this one out, you want to put this on a table and put some paper towels underneath it. There is going to be some ink down there, so you don't want to get your machine or table dirty. So I'm going to put it to one side. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to remove the humidity sensor, which is located way inside there. Let me go ahead and get you guys a better angle. Alrighty guys, so now to get the sensor, which is located way back there, so you can see that. Let me zoom in a little more for you guys. You can see that sensor, or the humidity sensor right there. Let me get this cable out the way. All right, guys, so that's our humidity sensor way back there, guys. So that one right there. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put a screwdriver in there to get one screw out. What we're gonna do, there's an opening right here on the side where you can actually get your screwdriver in through. So you got this rectangle opening here. So we're gonna get that in there, and that's gonna give us access to be able to reach that screw inside there. As you guys can see there, I almost got it to that screw. So I'm gonna go ahead and line it up to that screw. I'm gonna very carefully take that screw out. I'm gonna put my hand in through here so I can go ahead and hold that board in place. It's a little tight, so you guys wanna do this carefully. Okay, I got the screw out. Now you guys can see there my sensor kind of fell towards the bottom, so let me get that out for you. Alright, so here's my sensor. I got it out through that opening. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to disconnect this one right here. So you got one connection. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get my new sensor. Here we go. And I'm going to go ahead and put it back in there. So again, I'm going to grab my screwdriver. And I'm going to put it in through that opening here on the side. Now, I do recommend getting a magnetic screwdriver so you can put that screw on there to hold that in place. Okay, so let me go ahead and put the screwdriver in through here first, and I'm going to put that screw on there. So that's going to hold the screw in place, so you guys can see that. Next, I'm going to go ahead and get my sensor, and I'm going to go ahead and stick it way in there. Now again, guys, this is kind of a tight fit, so be patient with it to get that in there, okay? So what I like to do is I like to hold the sensor by the cable and kind of just guide it to where it needs to be. And then once that's guided in there, I go ahead and put the screw in. There we go. Now again, this screwdriver right here, you want one that's going to be at least 8 inches long, okay? So from this end to this end, it needs to be 8 inches. It needs to be magnetic. Okay, now that I got that in there, I'm going to go ahead and put my main tuning station back on. So that's one way getting to that sensor back there. There is no easier option for it. I was looking around, but there's no option. So the best way is to get your hand in through here, remove that main tuning station, and move these cables to one side. You'll see that opening there for that screw, okay? You get to put your screwdriver through there. Okay, so now that's in there. I'm going to go ahead and put my station back in. I'm going to go ahead and slide that back in there. Now, before we connect anything on here, we're going to go ahead and make sure that's lined up, folds into place. We're going to put our screw right up here. And then once we got that screw in, we're going to go ahead and we're going to reconnect all the cables, so the connections. Okay, let me get my screw. And again, guys, once you feel a little bit of pressure, just do a quarter turn more, and that should be good. I'm going to reconnect my waste valve. And this one, you just kind of push back into that valve. It just kind of locks back into place. I'm going to make sure my multicolored cable here is connected. And I'm going to make sure that I connect my cable here to the sensor. Now for this one, I like to give it a little bend, like a little 90-degree bend on the cables, like so. That's going to help me get it into that connection, which is located right here, okay? Just going to get that in there, slide it in. Now these are all one-way connections, so if it doesn't go in one way, just flip it around and it'll go in. And there we go. All right, guys. And that's how you replace the humidity sensor on the Ri1000. Once again, guys, thank you for joining us. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give us a like, and share these videos. And we'll see you guys next time.